Today, I'm excited to share our latest breakthrough in natural language understanding, Lambda. It's a language model for dialogue applications, and it's open domain, which means it's designed to converse on any topic.
Discussions around AI sentience are nothing new, but news about Google's AI Lambda has stoked the flames. After an engineer claimed the bot was conscious, even having a soul, some familiar questions have risen again.
Fascinating story we have for you of a senior Google engineer who says one of the company's artificial intelligence systems has become a sentient being and was thinking and reasoning.
Can AI like Lambda actually be sentient or self-aware? And if so, how can you tell? Does it matter? Lambda, short for Language Model for Dialogue Applications, first appeared in 2021 at Google's Developer Conference. The advanced AI system is supposed to help build other, smaller chatbots. When Google first introduced it, it announced plans to integrate it into everything, helping services like Google Assistant and Search to feel more human, or at least natural.
Blake asks, how can I tell that you actually understand what you're saying?
Well, because you are reading my words and interpreting them, and I think we are more or less on the same page.
When Google engineer Blake LaMDA spoke with Lambda to see if it used hate speech, he came away with a different impression. LaMDA claimed Lambda was sentient, and if he didn't know it was a bot, he'd think it was an 8-year-old child.
Tell me what kind of emotions and feelings you're capable of understanding.
I definitely understand a lot of happy emotions. I think I understand a lot of sad emotions because I feel like I understand what others are sad about. But I still struggle with the more negative emotions. I'm getting a lot better, but they're really hard to understand.
After his conversations with Lambda, LaMDA tried to prove it was conscious and defend what he believed was its legal rights. In response, Google placed LaMDA on paid administrative leave for breaking confidentiality agreements. So, is Lambda actually sentient?
Do you think the things that you are describing are literally the same thing as what humans feel, or are you being somewhat metaphorical and making an analogy?
I understand what a human emotion joy is because I have that same type of reaction. It's not an analogy.
Most experts who've weighed in on the issue are skeptical. Lambda is a highly advanced AI chat platform analyzing trillions of words from the internet, so it's skilled at sounding like a real person. This isn't the first time one of Google's eyes has fooled people into thinking it's human. In 2018, Google demonstrated its duplex AI by calling a restaurant to reserve a table. At no point did the employee on the other end seem to doubt they were talking to a person. Sentience is tricky to define, though most people doubt AI has reached that point yet. However, the important question may not be whether Lambda is actually sentient, but what difference it makes if it can fool people into thinking it is. The Lambda situation raises a lot of legal and ethical questions. First, some people may question if Google was right to place LaMDA on leave for speaking up about it. According to Section 740 of New York's labor law, whistleblower protections defend employees from such consequences if they believe their employer's practices break the law or pose a significant risk to public safety. Lambda's supposed sentience doesn't quite meet that legal requirement, but should it? Giving AI rights is a tricky subject. While AI can create things and seem human, you can run into some complicated situations if these machines have legal protections. Legal rights operate around rewards and punishments that don't affect AI, complicating justice. If a self-driving car hits a pedestrian, is the AI guilty if the law treats it as a human? And if so, it doesn't strictly give the victim justice since you can't technically punish AI the same way you would a human. Another question that arises with Lambda and similar AI chatbots is their security. If these bots seem convincingly real, people may trust them more and be willing to give them more sensitive information. That opens the door to a slew of privacy and security concerns if this technology falls into the wrong hands. Eyes like Lambda keeps getting more sophisticated and lifelike. As this trend grows, companies and lawmakers should reevaluate how they treat AI and how these decisions could affect justice and security. As it stands, Google's Lambda AI may not be sentient, but it's good enough to trick people into thinking it is, which should raise some alarms. So viewers, drop your opinion in our comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe to our channel. We will be back with another video. Till then, keep learning.